Friends, in this video for I Thought Wealth, I am going to talk to you on the topic chasing fads. It's very fashionable to chase fads. In fact, fads are created every day, all around us. They are created on Instagram, they are created on YouTube, they are created on Twitter. Long threads invite us into fads. We have webinars, we have very detailed communication about everything. All these are basically only about manufacturing a fad. Why do we need a fad? We need a fad because we want everybody to believe in our ideas. Everybody wants company. Nobody wants to invest alone. So everybody wants to draw in more people to believe in what they think is good. And gradually, when more people believe, the number of believers increases, and that increase leads to the development of a fad. But many of us have seen over long years that these fads only come home to hurt. Especially, they hurt those who come in late. And that is the primary reason why we are very wary of fads. In early stages, fads cannot do much harm, but in late stages, fads only come to do harm. An interesting fad which I have seen in recent years was the fad in APIs, the fad in specialty chemicals, the fad in platforms, fad in micro finance companies, and more recently, fad in NBFCs. So we have seen this, and I'm sure we are going to continue to see this. As an investor, when I see a fad, the thought that comes to my mind is, oh, here comes another one. And we see what we can do about it. Sometimes we can sell something, sometimes we can only watch. But most of the times, we have to be very, very neutral in judging these things. That's not easy, because a fad not just biases those who believe in it, it tends to bias those who don't believe in it even more. So people like me are probably more biased at times. But still, you need to control those biases, because you need to be objective. So if the bias runs ahead of you, you have to bring it back into a zone of objectivity and say, okay, I think you should be more balanced. If you don't, sometimes it can lead you to a very extreme position. It happened to me once or twice. One I can remember is when I became too bearish on Bajaj Finance. There was no need to do it. But every time you deal with a fad, you again and again learn how to temper your thought process and refine your behavior, because you need to deal with the fad. You can choose to believe in it, you can choose to go against it, but whatever side you take, you need to have sobriety, you need to be moderate, you need to deal with it with a lot of maturity, a lot of calm thinking, and very measured responses. We will see a lot of fads in the coming year. Right now, we are seeing a defense fad. We may well see a power fad coming forward. And we will see the usual things also come back, because a fad doesn't just die. A fad sometimes has a huge wave, and then there are little waves, those smaller waves that eventually break down into a flat movement, right? So now we are seeing the smaller waves in all the big fads of last year and the year before. And some of these smaller waves can also become bigger waves if the fundamentals support it. So fads are here to stay, but don't chase them with desperation. Deal with them with a sense of confidence, with a sense of objectivity, and with some skepticism, because that skepticism will ensure that your sanity is protected and you never get carried away. Investors may try to believe that they don't deal with fads, but that's not true. Even when you don't believe in it, you have to deal with it, and dealing with the fad sensibly is important simply for one reason. It won't disturb what you believe in on the other side. So you deal with this sensibly, and then you deal with what you believe in with more sense. When you get too obsessed against something, you fail to deal with what you like in an objective way. To that extent, your selfish interest should make you deal with fads more responsibly. Thank you for watching this video.